I'm Shirlee Zane. I'm a Sonoma County Supervisor and also a Sonoma Water Director, and we are here today to talk about stream maintenance. We maintain 75 miles of our streams in order to have good water quality and to make sure we manage those floods when it starts to rain again. And we're here with the director of the program, John Niehaus from Sonoma Water. And we're going to find out a little more information about why this is such an exciting project. So John, tell us what's the goal of the stream maintenance program and how long have you been working in it?
Thank you. I've been working at Sonoma Water for 27 years and I've been managing the stream maintenance program for 13 years. And really the goals of the stream maintenance program are to provide flood protection, public access, and to improve habitat. So we're trying to maintain the flood control capacity of the channels while at the same time developing a shaded native riparian habitat in order to cool water and provide better wildlife and fish habitat.
And fish food, because we know when we have trees, then we have bugs and we have birds, and then the fish actually have food, right?
Right, exactly. And when we do our maintenance work, we do, before we do the work, we do bird surveys to identify any potential nesting birds to make sure we're not going to disturb them, or any other sensitive species like foothill yellow-legged frog or western pond turtle.
Have you seen the pond turtles and the frogs when you're cleaning up the
Absolutely,
streams?
we see them
Wow.
very regularly. When we do surveys ahead, we try to identify if they're on site and implement measures to avoid them. So we'd see lots of nesting birds and lots of native frogs and pond turtles and fish.
Well, I know these streams have changed dramatically over the last 20 years. They've been restored and they really are beautiful. And there are people who take the trails along these streams to bike and to hike, and we just saw a family on their bikes. So when we're doing this work, is there public access? Can people still use those trails along the streams and creeks?
Yeah, so many of our channels they do. They have, historically when they were constructed, they were just flood control channels, but now we've incorporated kind of the public access element to that. So many of our channels are very popular with, like you said, hikers, bikers, equestrians, and we try to accommodate and do our work in a manner that doesn't disrupt that. We do place signs, crew working ahead type signs. However, in some cases when we have large machinery, excavators, dump trucks that are removing silt and so forth from the channels, and some cases we do need to close the trails, or even when we're mowing, sometimes we need to do that just for public safety.
So does the Summer Youth Ecology Corps work on some of these projects?
Yeah, absolutely. We use the crews from Conservation Corps North Bay. Really our effort is we use a lot of different resources. We use the Summer Youth Ecology Corps program. We use crews from Sonoma County Probation. We use full-time water agency staff, contractors, and as far as equipment, we use excavators, bulldozers, chainsaws, chipper trucks, and we even use goats for helping to manage
well, the
fire
goats are
fuel
the things that
reduction.
I get real excited about. So next time you bring a herd of goats down here, be sure to let me know so I can come down and pet the goats, even though they're working, right?
Yeah.
Well, these are big projects, and it's really exciting that we're able to keep those streams pristine. And we can see that as we're looking at this stream behind us. So tell me, people are worried a lot about garbage dumping these days. Are we cleaning the garbage out of the streams as well?
Absolutely. That's one of our big efforts, is to reduce the flow of garbage from these smaller tributaries down into the Laguna or Petaluma River or Russian River. So we regularly patrol our channels and we do regular cleanups with our crews, and It's a significant effort. Last year we removed over 100,000 pounds of trash from our channel. So
100,000 pounds?
Yeah, so that's keeping that from going down into the Laguna or down into the Russian River.
Are you seeing less plastic bags since we started a plastic bag ordinance?
Yeah, absolutely. They used to be very, very common in the streams, right? And you would see them along the banks. And when that went into effect, it was very noticeable almost instantly. We did not see those anymore. So.
Wow, that's great. Well, I know that the animals like it, certainly, and the people like it too. As somebody who uses the Santa Rosa Creek Trail almost every week on my bike, they're pretty magical places, and they're all over the place too. In Santa Rosa, Roner Park, Katati. Where else do we clean up our streams?
Petaluma, Sonoma are the primary ones.
That's great. Well, it's all about water quality and wildlife, and for human beings, we get to enjoy the beauty of this. So protecting all of these different species, and especially the endangered species, must take a lot of science. Does Sonoma Water Agency have biologists and scientists that work for us?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a big piece of the program. And actually, one of the great things about our stream maintenance program, we have a stream maintenance program manual that describes all of the species of concern, and describes all the activities, how we do them, and mitigation measures. And we have programmatic permits with the federal and state agencies for doing our work. That manual describes that when we do our work, we do nesting bird surveys, we search for species of concern. So all that is built into the program, and it's a very streamlined program that allows us to keep up with our maintenance.
Wow, that's exciting. Well, I think in this day and age, we're talking a lot about science and a lot about keeping our open spaces beautiful, but it's more than just that. When Sonoma County residents turn their tap on, they get this really pristine Russian River water. We don't need bottled water. So how does the stream maintenance program contribute to our water quality?
Well, absolutely. It improves water quality. You know, we're developing a shaded riparian canopy with native wildlife species, and that shaded canopy helps keep the water cool. As we're removing trash, really keeping the tributaries clean and healthy, all that goes into the Russian River, which is our water supply. So doing the work in the tributaries does directly improve our drinking water.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you so much. This is wonderful information, and I know for Sonoma County residents, we appreciate the beauty of these trails along these streams and creeks, and we also appreciate knowing that during times of flooding that we're going to be safer because we've done this type of work. And we have all this beautiful wildlife right here at our fingertips. So John, where can the public get more information if they want to know more about the 2020 stream maintenance program?
Yeah, we have great information on our website at sonomawater.org. We have a list of all the creeks we'll be working on throughout the summer. And if there's any further questions, they can always call Sonoma County Water Agency at 547-1900, and they can talk to me about any particular questions or concerns.
That's great. Well, thank you so much.